So we have big news this week regarding Dreams, the upcoming title from Little Big Planet developers Media Molecule. They released a heartwarming, tear-jerking thank you and beta showcase trailer on Wednesday, which if you made it into, I'm so jealous and proud in this really weird way. It's just amazing to even imagine being a part of the work of these developers who contributed so much to my childhood. But back to the news. In a PlayStation blog post on Wednesday, Media Molecule's director Shiban Reddy gave those anxiously awaiting the release of Dreams some welcome news. Creator early access for the game will launch this spring. No specific dates were given, but just to make that wait a little easier on your mind, spring starts on March 20th and ends on June 21st. So we'll have it in as early as 30 days or as late as 120. But the wording in the article suggests that this may hit as soon as spring starts. But something tells me that if this were to launch in just a month, we'd probably be given a hard date instead of spring. So what does Creator Early Access mean as opposed to Beta Access? Well, first off, this is still a limited release. Access will be granted for users in the UK, USA, Australia, Austria, Benelux? What? New Zealand, France, Switzerland, Italy, Germany, and Spain. If you sign up through your region-specific link, which I have down in the description below, you'll be emailed when it's available on the PS Store. You don't have to sign up for early access. Again, you do not have to sign up for early access, but you can sign up for this newsletter to get the alert when early access is available. However, early access is not free. It's about €29.99. That's about $34 US. So once all of the available spaces are sold, this will probably be unavailable for purchase. The beta was able to support about 20,000 players, so we can expect just as many and many more on top of that. But still, that means sign up for updates and get your $34 ready. Creator Early Access will be NDA free, so you can share all of your gameplay and findings. Also, this version will not only feature the same tools, assets, and levels from the beta, including those published by beta users, but it will also have new and improved features. The article doesn't get into what those features are exactly, but I remember spending some time on the Dreams companion website, indreams.me, where some of the biggest community gripes were about the control scheme that relies almost exclusively on the PS4 controller's gyro sensors. Users also asked for more tutorials and user interface improvements that would fix annoyances that didn't break the game by any means, but they did make some potential creatives feel out of the loop. Some of these issues seemed minor, while others, like creating a user interface option that doesn't use motion controls at all, have been confirmed to be implemented later in development. So what exact changes and improvements will we see in the beta? Only time will tell. You'll notice that I keep saying Creator Early Access. You don't have to be a creator or focus on creating if you like to take part in this release, but if you are looking for more Media Molecule-made content, or if the beta of Dreams just didn't sit right with you for any reason, you may want to hold off until full release. This sounds like Media Molecule will be focusing on quality of life improvements like the UI, Dreamiverse searching and organizing, along with create mode improvements. They'll be listening and learning from player feedback, improving Dreams right up until the build towards the full slate of launch content. This also probably means that once you have early access, you'll keep your access until the full game launches. So I'm guessing that we shouldn't get too comfy with this price. We know that Dreams will have a full campaign, VR support, and even more features come launch, so we can probably expect that players will need to make another purchase to access what the full game promises. Or maybe, just maybe, Dreams will be $30 somehow? Okay, you may doubt that, but on top of Game Informer reporting kinda cryptically that Dreams will not be $60, let's look at this one sentence in the article published Wednesday. With refinements, bug fixes, and brand new features on the way, we are kicking off the live service side of Dreams so the community can get the first look at how we continue to support the game. Live service is the buzzword in that sentence. You may recognize it as what many are calling the plague of the AAA gaming scene. The AAA gaming industry says that live service refers to the continued support of a game through updates featuring constant streams of new content and new reasons to come back to an aging title. This supposedly brings more value to the consumer over time and more money through microtransactions for the devs. While many see the idea of a live service to ruin games like the Destiny series and pretty much all Ubisoft titles, especially when they allegedly have grindy and throttling systems, Rainbow Six Siege may be one of the few AAA games to pull this off successfully with their consistent and impressive quality of life improvements and DLC. It's actually hard to imagine the game launched 4 years ago. Live services sound like a good idea on paper, but for publishers trying to make a quick buck, it often means releasing half-baked, unfinished games and lazily fixing it as time goes on, if it's even fixed at all. Think games that seem unfixable, like Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the recent Fallout 76. But in this context, I can see 3 possibilities for what this feared concept means in Dreams. 1. Let's not forget that LBP, Little Big Planet, may have been many of our first experiences with microtransactions. The cute little costumes and branded items you purchase for your SAC people were a huge hit for my family. We especially loved the Wipeout-themed cardboard ships. I remember asking my parents for just a single $1 for those because what parent would say no to that? They did say no, but the point is, even if there are arguments against cosmetic microtransactions, many arguments I agree with, Media Molecule is no stranger to them. And I actually loved them at one point. I thought it was so cool that they were getting my money too. While I don't see them selling themed gear for your imp anytime soon, could we maybe see Horizon Zero Dawn themed pre-built assets? Or Wipeout DLC again, so that dreamers could build their own fan games? And let's not forget that Little Big Planet microtransactions have also added huge gameplay mechanic changers, like the paintball gun in LBP. They may even have the same approach in Dreams, where you can play a level made with DLC tools, but you won't be able to create with them or access DLC-specific campaign content until you buy it. 2. Live service could mean that MM will simply begin its series of tutorials and in-depth masterclasses hosted right through Dreams, and that's how they'll continue to support Dreams, bug fixes, and classes, maybe even hosted by popular dreamers. And this seems to be what the article is alluding to directly. But personally, I believe there's one more option. Game Informer mentioned that there's already an official Sony studio working on a PSVR title in Dreams that will be sold on the PlayStation Store, a standalone game made in Dreams, playable and buyable outside Dreams. Now, I've heard that I'm crazy for believing this, but I think that the $30 could actually be the final price for the full game, or maybe $40. Stay with me. Maybe MM won't charge a full $60 to leave room in players' wallets for when other studios and devs make standalone Dreams titles. Maybe one day soon, there'll be a part of the PlayStation Store or even a store within Dreams dedicated to titles made within Dreams. And Media Molecule won't want to charge full price, since that may scare players off from using this DreamShop. That is pure speculation on my part, and it's way more likely that the Dreams Creator Early Access is simply discounted like other early access titles are. Either way, this video is way longer than I was expecting. I got a little rambly there towards the end, but if you're interested in the idea of the community that I'd like to help support, please consider sharing this with your fellow dreamers and Dreams community. I'd love to meet more people interested in this amazing tool. Coming up, we're going to have a look at a new series on this channel and my first game in Dreams, Bomb of the Pig. So definitely look forward to that. And remember to subscribe to my non-Dreams channel, Fawnover, if you want to generally feel better about yourself today. Thank you for watching, take care, and sweet dreams. Goodbye. 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 Have a nice day. See ya. How do I end this?